What is up, everyone? It is Banwell, and today I'm bringing you guys the first in a series of 5-minute class guides. And the first class we're going to cover is one of my favorite classes in Dragonflight, Frost Mage. Let's get right into it. So let's dive right into the basic rotation of Frost. Your basic rotation revolves around a few key spells. You have your Ice Lance, which is very important, your Frozen Orb, which is very important, your Blizzard, and your Flurry. Those make up the majority of your rotation. You also have Ring of Fire and Glacial Spike, and you are going to use those both a lot as well, but your main spells are Ice Lance, Frozen Orb, and Blizzard. So when you get into a fight, you want to try to Ring of Fire as often as you can. Keep it on cooldown. Then you're going to send a Flurry. You're going to press 1 Ice Lance, 2 Ice Lance, drop your Orb, press your Blizzard here. On use Veins, another Blizzard, Ice Lance, Blizzard, Ice Lance, Ice Lance, Flurry, Ice Lance, and you're going to cast another Blizzard right away. Now you can Shifting, get another Ring of Fire down. Your Orb's going to be off cooldown, another instant cast Blizzard, and more instant cast Ice Lances. And you can see the only cast I have in this is my Ring of Fire, which is fine, because if I get kicked on Ring of Fire, I can still cast all my Frost spells, I can still be getting my Blizzards off, resetting the cooldown on my Veins of my Orb. Now that we understand the basic rotation of keeping Blizzard up, our Orb on cooldown, Flurry on cooldown, and Ring of Fire on cooldown, let's talk about our Glacial Spike, our big one-shot. So Glacial Spike consumes our Icicles, which we get from casting 5 crit Ice Lances. So or Flurries or Frostbolts, but I just proc it most of the time with Ice Lance. So you Orb here, drop our Blizzard, Ice Lance, Ice Lance, I'll throw a Flurry, Ice Lance, Ice Lance. Now I have a Glacial Spike proc. To make sure my Glacial Spike proc does max damage, I want to take advantage of this talent called Sub-Zero. Your Frost spells deal 20% more damage to targets that are rooted and frozen. So I'm going to use my Ice Nova at the end of the Glacial Spike pass to make sure that the target is rooted and frozen as it hits. So it crits and does an extra 20% increased damage. So that one hit for 173k with almost no buffs up. And that is the basics of Frost Mage. There's a lot of outplay potential and a lot of cool mechanics you can do with your Blinks, your Alter Time, your Knock, your Greater Invis, and Ring of Frost. But in terms of killing things, you've just learned everything you need to know. Now let's get into some of those outplay mechanics. So, Alter Time is one of our best defensive cooldowns. When you think you're going to take damage, you should press your Alter, use a Blink to go away from the zone that you pressed Alter in, line of sight anyone that's capable of purging you, and take as much damage as you want. Be ready to alter back to the same health and location that you originally pressed it in. This is a great way to avoid damage from classes like Warrior or Rogues. Pre-alter the Blade Storm, pre-alter the Kidney Shot, pre-alter the Hunter's Aim Shot, so that after the damage hits you, you alter back and you're back to full health. Another huge part of the Frost Mage outplay mechanics right now are your Blast Waves. Blast Wave is a 25-second cooldown AoE knock, and it can be the difference between keeping yourself alive, a teammate alive, or interrupting someone that's about to win the game. The next talent I want to talk about is Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath is a super powerful spell to control the enemy team instantly in a cone in front of you. One thing that's really important to remember about Dragon's Breath is that it does break to dots. So if they have Ring of Fire on them or the class you're playing with has a dot, it will break, but it can be an amazing way to peel your teammate for a couple seconds and they're stunned, Dragon's Breath a healer into a full sheep, or Dragon's Breath a cast to interrupt it to stop a Chaos Bolt or a Polymorph that you need to prevent. Now the last spell I'm going to talk about is Shifting Powers. Shifting Powers is an incredibly powerful spell and one of my favorite spells to press. And one more thing about the gameplay of Frost. A lot of people think of Mage as pushing in for CC and controlling the play of the game. Frost in Dragonflight is way more about doing big damage. Making sure that you're doing more damage than the enemy team is how you're going to generate all your pressure. So don't be focused on pushing in to get sheeps or blinking offensively to try to secure a kick or a sheep. Make sure you're focused on staying alive and doing more damage than everybody else in the arena. And that is it. There is the Banwell 5-Minute Frost Mage Guide. If you have any questions, make sure you check out my Kick stream, kick.com/Banwell. I do not stream on Twitch anymore. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. One last thing real quick. Let me know what class you guys want to see next in the comments. And make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me on Kick. Peace.